Hey guys, this is SF and welcome to Random Talk Sundays. This week I'll be berry farming for Uri. I think I've done this like 2-3 months before, but there is a special reason, and of course for people that watched my stream this week, I did get my Seal Jades completed and I put that Scroll of Honor onto my Uri. So basically she gets 3 berries, and of course I have to start berry farming for her again. And that is the tower. But I guess you can see the Seal Jades. All flashy and all done. But the rewards were Dragon Gems, Divine Shell for 1 and 2, and then Orbs, and then the Scroll of Honor for 12. And I've done all 12, so... And Udi was there. But talking back to the stream, holy crap, that was a little bit painful. Like... When I was climbing to the 40th floor, that was painful. The 31st and 32nd floor, I don't know why. What just happened there? I just like completely farted during that hour and a half-ish. And then... What's the other thing? And then when it's Seal Jades... Eden. God dang Eden. Of course, Eden's the hardest colossal for pretty much everybody. Especially for me because... Like right now, Eden is kind of easy because there's Lucifer or Satan, and that's pretty easy to deal with. But I don't have any one of them, so of course bringing like 2 or 3 will be basically easy game. But since I don't have even one, and my friend list was basically no Lucifers at all, so I had to work with Pandora. Although Pandora did work a little bit better, kind of. It helped with the first and second stage after I knew how to work that team, work her into the team, and then afterwards it's just me farting on a lot of shots and you know, playing a game for like 3, 4, 5 hours straight and trying to like converse and kind of focus on stuff other than the game is kind of it's kind of hard and it's stressful. So yeah, I farted a lot of times there. But anyways, I guess I'll show you after this run. I did roll the Guardian series right now, so it has like Alice, Udi, and Robin Hood and stuff like that. And I did roll them, and for people that see my Twitter, I already know the results, but I'm going to show you here because not everybody that watches my videos have Twitter or follow me on Twitter. I do have a Twitter account, although I don't really post that much, but I was like, hey, why not post this one? And I did get some really crazy rolls, and I kind of want to show you. And a lot of my friends were like, WTF? But this has been my best roll, best set of rolls since like maybe when I got all 3 Halloween alphas in 1 10-shot. In terms of luck wise, in terms of 5-star percentage, like number of 5 stars per 10-shot, that was not my best one, but like in terms of getting all 3 feature monsters in 1 10-shot, that was pretty crazy. The best number of 5 stars in a 10-shot that I have was 5, and that was when I got my Himiko. And I think I got like a lot of stuff that I don't remember. All I remember was Himiko and Athos, because Athos was pretty big back then. It was when, you know, Himiko was first out, and also it was when the first Monster Strike event, like the real life event, the one that people want to forget about for the most part, for people that actually know the story of it. It was like 2 years ago, like, no, not 2 years ago, like a year ago. Well, it was in 2015, so depending on how you say, it was summer 2015, so depending on how you do dates and stuff like that, so technically it's 2 years in terms of numbers, but you know, in real life, months and years, it's like a year and a half. There we go. But anyways, but I did get some exclusives, I did get some other 5 stars. I was happy with a lot of them, but I'll show you later after this. Come on. And once if I get a gold berry for Udi like now, then I will switch it to one of my newer monsters. And let's strike shot. Pull that Pandora, hit that Eclipse, and basically miss a lot of things. Okay. Damage wall, and of course you disappear. Oh, of course you do. Sadly, I'm not gonna do the glitch thing. Well, actually, I can't really do it right now, unless Pandora like parts right where that Aladdin is. Nah, that's not gonna be big enough. Woohoo! That's a lot. And let's trick shot because I don't want to die. There you go. I think the shockwaves got a little bit of a change in their effects. But anyways. Now let's see if there's a gold berry in those chests. Boom, boom, and no. Sad face. And I've been long morning, so I usually don't take 3, but I don't think I can take only 2 in this case. So, oh, actually, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I can do that. Yay! And then I get all the mornings. Okay, so let's see them rolls. And my connection. Yay. But in terms of my current JP status, I basically finished Doraemon stuff. I got the max luck. I finished the Egyptian stuff. I got the max luck. So that's pretty cool. Okay. I just did this last night. And recent. Boom. So you see some really random stuff on the top, but you see there's one Robin Hood that ascended. There is a second Robin Hood. And then in terms of other 5 stars, I got Percival, which is pretty new. I don't really know which one that I want to do. Maybe the ascended form from the looks of it. But, you know, Minesweeper no warp. Let's see. Yeah, probably this one, just because better bump combos. And yeah, better bump combos. It's a little bit better, and I already have a lot of Minesweeper no warp monsters, so I don't think that's that big of a deal. And you see Agnamu X, and then Suzuran, and then Athena. Sadly, I didn't get the Valentine's Day XP. I kind of forgot about it. Oh yeah, and I got Hikari too. I totally forgot about her. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in 20 in 10 shots in 2 10 shots. So that's pretty crazy. And like I said, it's like my first time after so long that I actually got a good pull, I think. Like, I know like some people are gonna say, but you got a lot of 5 stars and got a lot of 5 stars already, and like getting a 5-star out of a 10 shot is already good enough and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but like this is like beyond what I not usually get, but like what I usually expect. I usually expect like at least, of course, 1 5-star per 10 shot, like a lot of people. But like 4 or 3 in 1 10 shot and back to back, yeah, that's pretty crazy. So in terms of JP news, other JP news, of course, Cleopatra Transcended is coming, and then it's probably gonna be my next week's monster of the week, and it's powerful. Like, I think I've said this like too many times. I think I said it during stream. I said it like I think last week as well. Everybody hates support monsters, and Cleopatra was like one of the, like, it goes by the definition of a support monster. And the only, of course, the only damage it actually does is the meteor strike shot. But for the Transcendent version, it kind of rectified it that, where she becomes a support and an attacker. So the fixes that made her like do more damage. Number one is her bump combos. She has a poison spread 16, which is good for mob clearing, so that's really cool. And the destruction blast. So what that means is it's a new bump combo, aka, well, kind of a new bump combo, but basically it's a glorified version of Giga Blast. So of course it does, it procs allies bump combo, so it has that supportive factor, but it actually does damage. It does, the bump combo power is like 14k, and it's relatively big in terms of explosion radius as well. And you're thinking like 14k is not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but when you compare it to Flare, which is basically the same thing, but that doesn't proc, but it just doesn't proc a bump combo. So Flare, the ones that you're pretty much used to is Akala, or maybe Harley X if you're a JP, but Akala's Flare is 17k. Of course, he's being a power type. Of course, Flare can go a little higher up. A balanced monster is like 24k, I think. And then Blast monster will be like 30 something ish in that. But even so, like, range is good. You can proc bump combos, and it deals decent damage. Like, somewhat decent. I wouldn't say like really decent, but it still does something other than like the normal Giga Blast, where it kind of just does nothing. And the next big thing is the strike shot. Number 2, strike shot went up a lot in terms of power, so it's like a meteor, like always, but it actually does volatile blast instead of like a lightning shower. So the volatile blast is pretty big. The blast radius is really big, and it does a ton of damage because it stacks. It stacks with, if you hit multiple enemies. So for instance, if I use it right now onto like all the buffaloes, the shield, and of course Saturn himself, then there'll be volatile blasts everywhere, and then the damage of those volatile blasts stack onto each other, and that deal like 2 to 3 million. And since they're volatile blasts, they will proc bump combos, so it can proc Udi's cross laser, or like Eclipse's shockwaves, or Aladdin's bombs, or whatever. So it deals damage, than a lot of monsters in the game, and it will proc bump combos from your allies to deal even more damage. So that's pretty crazy. I'm excited. The only bad part is, of course, the only no ability, and then she still has recovery from the ascended form, so that's not bad as well. And I don't think they wanted to like make her a no damage wall, no gravity barrier monster, because we have enough, and aka there's 3 in the light category already. There is Arthur, Rembrandt, and Udi, and there is already Rembrandt for the supportive type because she has speed up, and then her bump combos, her strike shot is kind of like there, and then you have the damage sources like Arthur and Udi. Some people are kind of iffy because she isn't exclusive, and usually it's not exclusive, a limited monster, and usually limited monsters are really powerful. Mika has her versatility in the double nulls, and then she also does like supportive stuff and damage. And I'm not getting a single gold berry. Great. But there is who's the other one? I think there's like another one. Harley X. It's just like damage, and that is it's just like, just throw all the damage onto her, and then you just like be happy, and then you'll like forever use her for any like no gravity barrier stage if you really want to. Either way, like she's up there. I won't say she is like Arthur. Like she's like a little bit a tier under God Striker. God Striker Arthur. So basically the top is Udi, and then the next next tier is God Striker Arthur, like those two, and then Cleopatra, and then you fit like Musashi, maybe I think Raw's in there somewhere, and then she's like in that third tier in light monsters. In terms of like overall, I don't think she's like high. She might be like top 20-ish. I won't say she's top 10 worthy either. Like, the thing that makes monsters like really high up is the potential when you stack them in multiple, like in your team. So let's say, do I do a lot more damage, or do I do more when I stack more monsters with it, like stack more Cleopatras in the game in my team, when you compare it to other monsters like the top ones like Udi, Ralph, Pandora, Alice. Well, actually Alice is kind of meh, but that's how you like compare it, because like the top monsters in like Udi, like if you have 4 Udis, you're basically not losing that much, because she deals damage, she does null stuff, and then her bump and her strike shot basically does the mob clearing for the most part, and it can do damage. But when you stack multiple Cleopatras in your game, like, you hardly have that much damage for normal bump combos. Like, sure, the blast is powerful, and then the poison spread can whittle people down, but it doesn't make it easier. It doesn't make a dungeon easier by stacking a lot more, or it actually makes it worse, because you're losing that potential to, of course, wipe out mobs. Like, for instance, if it's on like this stage, if I stacked all Cleopatras, then it's really hard to clear all these shell gulfs in time before their meteors, and of course I have to get close to Saturn's lasers and stuff like that. So technically I'm losing, I'm basically taking more damage, even though I can recover it all up with her recovery M. It still takes more time. It's still like harder to do, to position her right near Saturn, than like just like blind flicking for Udi, or just connecting the dots with Udi, or with Ralph, or with like Pandora, or even Arthur, or like Gabby as well. So that's why I don't really like think she'll be like a top 10, maybe a top 20 monster. But in other news, like, I think that's pretty much it for JP. I think this might be the last run, depending on how it goes. But in NA wise, X Awaken started. People are going for Da Vinci. So so there's that. And I think people are having a hard time with /X for some reason. I don't know. I was just reading like chat logs, and people really hate /X's stage. Either that, or they really hate it that it keeps on popping up a lot of times, and it's not popping up at Da Vinci X. Because when I did it in JP, Da Vinci was my last one, and the one that I had most coming up is /X. And I'm pretty sure like Eastern X and Princess Iron Fan X, which are the X Awakens 4 monsters, will be coming up relatively soon. Probably after. I don't see why they would like not do it, unless they're doing a new event series. But they probably might stack this one up with stack X4 up with Guardian series, and then that'll be something for you guys to do during that you can say lull between series and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot about the new JP series, but I think I'll talk about that next week, because there's not that much information. It's just that it's just coming out after Guardians, which is this weekend. and it'll come out this week. And finally a gold, so that's always good. Let's see the berry. Speed clear. I don't want to take it. I want more links more than a speed clear berry on my Udi. So sayonara, and thank you for the mornings. I'm like really low on mornings because I don't farm that much. But either way, hopefully, well, like I said, thank you for people that watched my stream and watched, like, I think I did like 15 hours in total during, like, no, not 15 hours, like 13ish hours, and during the 3 days I did my streams. Thank you, and hopefully I'll do more next, not next week, but like sometime in the near future. And of course, leave suggestions of what to do. Of course, I can always play games with you, but I don't know like what kind of dungeons you guys want to run. So, you know, hopefully next time in the near future. But that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.